I'm back. Rhodes Rants for black and white entertainment. We're going to talk about Star Wars in what can only be described as a utterly nightmarish scenario for the majority of Star Wars fans, or at least the ones that have chosen to stick around, with Lucasfilm turning Star Wars into a total and complete dumpster fire rolling downhill on a tire fire. I saw this story and was like, what the hell is going on? This would be the ultimate nail in the literal coffin for a lot of different Star Wars fans that have chosen to ride out certain properties of Star Wars. Generally speaking, anything connected to the Favreau verse, right? Very quickly, I did see Doomcock's video the other day. Very interesting. Very interesting. When I made that video the other day, and I was talking about the fact that Lucasfilm had went 0 Dark 30 on social media, one of the things I suggested was, what's going on with Kathleen Kennedy? Okay? And Doomcock did have a couple of sources that told him, look, she's out. She's out. We're coming up on that time, folks. We are. It's somewhere in June or July that if she's going to go, and look, we're not going to get a head on a pike kind of Kathleen Kennedy out the door moment. We're not going to get that, okay? It's going to be something that for somebody that's been in the industry for 40 years, you know, they're going to ride this out into the sunset or into another position somewhere within Disney, and they would slide Jon Favreau in, I would hope. Now, does that mean Jon Favreau wants the position? Not necessarily. Not necessarily. He's a director. He's a producer. He's a showrunner. He is a creative, like Dave Filoni. So, could they put a mouthpiece in? Yeah, it just depends on the mouthpiece. You know, as long as the mouthpiece truly loves Star Wars more than social justice, could be the right person. Could be the right person. Like I said the other day, I think many of you have compartmentalized Star Wars even after Gina Carano. So we're going to start covering it a little bit more on this channel. Also, to the deal hole that comes through here that said something about John Matrixx. Well, y'all are talking shit about Star Wars, and John Matrixx got a baby Yoda right there on his desk. Well, you deal hole, that was purchased prior to Gina Carano being fired. So, in the true words of Rhodes Rants, go F yourself hard, okay? Let's get to this. Well, first, let's get to blackandwhitenetwork.com. Make sure you go over and grab yourself a membership, as John and myself are trying to secede from big tech, because there's just certain subjects that will eventually get us demonetized, and they've already demonetized the political channel. So, run over there, grab you a bronze or silver membership, exclusive videos with myself and John Matrixx. We do talk about entertainment on there. There's a video on Lucasfilm, and we flat went off on Lucasfilm for about 25 minutes. Make sure, exclusive live streams, and if you're a silver member, you can be part of the panel on a live stream. That's right. So we'll get on there. We'll pretty much talk about whatever you want, because those videos are not on YouTube. So, make sure you go over there, check out our memberships. The response has been great. We appreciate that, guys. We certainly do. And if you don't want to join right now, you can roll over there and slap us with a little donation. Whatever you want, $1, $2, $5, $10. Let's check out this story. I saw this, and I'm going to tell you exactly what I think of it. Because, look, I don't know that I buy this shit. Rian Johnson reportedly spoke to Mandalorian producer about directing an episode. Do I think he probably talked to Dave Filoni? Yeah, probably did. Rian Johnson has supposedly spoken to producer Dave Filoni about directing an episode, though it isn't happening just yet. Thank God. Rian Johnson has supposedly spoken to Mandalorian producer Dave Filoni about directing an episode of the Disney Plus series. Lucasfilm's first live-action Star Wars show emerged at an interesting time for the franchise, as audiences found themselves torn by where things were headed on the big screen. Disney's sequel trilogy started out strong, but Johnson's 2017 installment, The Last Jedi, drew some heavily divided reactions from the fan base. Some were thrilled with his daring social justice swings, I added that, while others criticized his apparent disregard for the franchise past. He is a disrespectful prick. 2 years later, hope for the Star Wars fandom arrived with The Mandalorian. The streaming show takes place in the aftermath of the original trilogy, about 5 years after Jedi, Return of the Jedi. Tells the simple story of a lone bounty hunter caring for a powerful child. The Mandalorian has become a fan favorite, has plenty of critical acclaim to boot, making it the most beloved piece of Star Wars content to emerge since the franchise fell into Disney's hands. The Mandalorian Season 3 is expected to begin filming in the coming months. It is supposed to film after the Book of Boba Fett wraps up. Since February, author Sarah Wilson has been revealing bits of a conversation she recently had with Rian Johnson. Her latest reveal pertains to Johnson and The Mandalorian. She asked him if he would ever consider directing an episode of the series. According to Wilson, quote, he said he was dying to, but that for him is all about scheduling. Johnson is currently in the midst of preparing for Knives Out 2, so any potential Mandalorian job would hinge on his schedule freeing up. Additionally, Wilson said Johnson has spoken to Dave Filoni about it, having visited the set in Season 1. And Filoni had previously said that Johnson had a big impact on his first experiences as a director, so it would be almost full circle to have Filoni then recruit The Last Jedi Helmer for The Mandalorian. Of course, this does not mean Johnson is guaranteed to direct a future episode, but evidently conversations have taken place. If he were to board The Mandalorian, he would join an impressive list: Filoni, Robert Rodriguez, Bryce Dallas Howard, Taika Waititi. Johnson will be sticking around in the Star Wars universe as he still has a trilogy. Does he screen rant? Does he? Because I call total and complete horseshit. Before that, he'll be working on his own original crime property, Knives Out, and he just somehow, good God, landed a huge deal with Netflix. Many would be interested to see what he would do with a Mandalorian episode. Only time will tell if he ever will. So, do we buy that bunch of nonsense? Do I think he came by the set? Sure. Do I think he talked to Filoni? Sure. Do I think for a second Jon Favreau will let Rian Johnson around The Mandalorian? Hell to the no. Hell to the no. There has been multiple sources that have confirmed that Jon Favreau hated The Last Jedi. He hated what Rian Johnson did to Star Wars. And if you need any more evidence of this, I show you none other than the season finale of Season 2 of The Mandalorian, in which we finally got the moment for Luke Skywalker that we thought we would fucking get in The Last Jedi. And fans celebrated it everywhere. Jon Favreau's not letting Rian Johnson anywhere around this shit. I made a video long ago calling Rian Johnson a damn sociopath. That is what he is. He's a narcissist, a sociopath. He has no earthly idea. Look, people that are that way, they have no touch of reality. They think everything they do turns to gold. They don't listen to the outside bullshit that comes off of something. And they feel like they can take something, make it their own, even if they destroy it. And when they destroy it, they think they gave you God's gift. That is Rian Johnson. This sumbitch ain't got no more of a trilogy than anything. And he hasn't had it for a year, 2 years. It's been a long-ass time. Do they really believe Disney's going to give him a damn trilogy at this point? If Kathleen Kennedy's gone, you can forget it. It just so happens Carrie Hart's not around anymore either, okay? She works for Rian Johnson. Stop it. Stop it. That's what you get with these mainstream media sources like Screen Rant, who loved The Last Jedi. And look, I understand this lady with USA Today. What is that? Another resource that loved, praise everything Rian Johnson does. Look, Rian Johnson did a couple of things that even back in the day I liked. I liked Looper a lot. I did. But it's clear he doesn't need to be anywhere around Star Wars. Good God, can you imagine an episode of The Mandalorian starting? Din Djarin's new ship, whatever that's going to look like, would run straight into an asteroid. And the credits would run, because that would be it. It would be over. They would probably bring him in just to kill off Baby Yoda, because this is the most disrespectful SOB that has ever been around Star Wars this side of his mentor, Kathleen Kennedy. There is no way in hell Jon Favreau's letting Rian Johnson around Star Wars. Around the Star Wars he's involved with anyway, which would be the Rangers of the New Republic, the Book of Boba Fett, everything in the Favreau universe. You can forget it. Even if Dave Filoni maybe has some inkling of wanting... Look, these people, generally speaking, in Hollywood aren't overtly rude to each other, okay? They aren't. They're not like us, where they're like, you know what, you're a sorry son of a bitch and I hate your work. All right? Everyday people might say that, but these Hollywood assholes tiptoe around. They tiptoe around. This ain't happening. This ain't happening. Tell me what you think, Black and White Entertainment fans. Is Rian Johnson directing an episode of The Mandalorian? I say H to the N. Peace to the out.